And how are you feeling going into this fight?
I'm feeling for this fight. I'm excited. I'm excited for several things. One of the main things is I'm fighting in my hometown, Nogales, Sonora. And the last time I fought there was when I was 14 years old. I was an amateur. And I already had a little fan base from El Barrio, and everyone just come and cheer for me. I can only imagine now as a two-time Olympian, two-time world champion, um, coming back to to my hometown. I think there's gonna be a lot of supportive people there to show some love, and I'm just excited. And the other thing is that I'm back with Manny. I'm back with Manny, where that we just have a perfect match. We have a lot of chemistry in the gym, and we've been working hard to just prove the fans, yeah, prove the world, but to prove to ourselves that we still got it. That we're still in the game. That we just because we got some losses doesn't mean the fighter's done. Like we said before, it got very popular that once your undefeated record is off the window, then you're a bum. You're trash. Nobody wants to see you, and we want to bring the old days, like the old days, where you have great fighters that have lost and just bounce back. You got fighters. You don't criticize fighters for just becoming a world champion. You criticize fighters, or you rate fighters of how good they come back from their losses. And I want to be one of those type of fighters that set that example that you can lose. It's how you come back from that loss, and then feel and know that God has a plan for everybody. And then the last losses that I've had, maybe it wasn't for me, but I will do my best to come back. It's an obligation for me to come back and come back strong, and that's why this fight is very important for me. Yeah, my fighter, my opponent, Ricky Medina, uh, has also the same losses as I have, and for many people's eyes, it might be an easy fight. Not for me. For me, it's all in. It's everything. Fight in my hometown. It's my comeback to 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 get back into the game, and my goal is to become a world champion early next year. If if I'm not fighting in an elite level against world champions, then I really hang up the gloves. I feel I got it. I have a lot of faith in me. I know there's a lot of doubters, but I know there's a lot of believers as well. And those believers are the ones that see me train every single day, who not just stays disciplined inside the ring, but stays disciplined off fights when I'm in somewhat vacations. I'm always constantly training. I'm always focused on the main thing, which is win the fights and not look at anything else. Not look for the fame, not look for the money. I just look for that legacy. So that's why this fight is very important for me.
And how has it been training here in Big Bear?
This is my first time training here in Big Bear, and I love it. I'm a nature guy. I love running outside next to a lake and seeing the trees. Well, I come from the desert, so any type of trees that I see right here is completely different. The weather is great right now at this time. Right here it gets very snowy, but it's this camp has been great. It's been great. It's great being back with Manny. It's like I said before, this chemistry it's just what people will see in the fight. And the way we've been training is just train hard. It's how we've always done. We always train hard, 100% for each and every fight. But the strategy just becomes a little bit different, and the training methods become different. Um, New people are in my camp. Matias, who's our Argentinian strength and conditioning coach. I got a nutritionist, which is Derek King. Assistant coach was Edgar Hassel, and the chief coach, which is Manny Robles, and plus other people who are in the team as well, like my cousin and several, my doctor as well, Doctor La Madrid. So we have a strong team, and this camp has been, I can say it's been great. I love it. I love it because I gotta say it's one of the fastest camps that I felt because it just feels time went by very fast. I don't know if that comes with age or because we had a lot of fun in this camp, training hard, and but I feel good. I feel good, and I'm excited to just come back.
And what advice do you have for anyone who, might have a loss, either pro or amateurs?
For anybody who has a loss, I'll start with the amateurs. The amateurs, you can lose as much as you can. If you're gonna lose as a fighter, Obviously, not try to lose, but if it could be a loss accepted, it'll be in the amateurs. That's where you can. That's where I always tell fighters, young fighters, to stay as much as possible in the amateurs to get that experience. Get over 100 fights. Get over 150 fights. If it's possible, get over 200 fights, amateur fights, because you could lose. You could lose, and it was not a big deal. As a professional, you got to take care more of that record because, like we talked before, it's been penalized a lot. Once you have one loss, promoters might still kind of want you. After a second loss, you're not worth much, and after a third loss, well, the crowd starting to talk about retirement, and I know that personally because I see it all the time. But my advice to as a professional is that it's not if you lose or it's how you lose as well. I've seen a lot of fighters that have losses and they give an amazing fight and people still want to see them. I got a great example. Someone who I admire. He's a friend of mine and who I think he's a great fighter. Was a great fighter. It's Orlando City Salido. He's a perfect example. A guy had over 13 losses before he became a world champion. If he could do it, a guy from the barrio, just like all of us, that had no hopes, he beat Vasily Lomachenko. And then, first he beat Juan Manny Robles with over 13 losses. So that just shows that losses don't mean nothing. It's how you come back from them. So don't be scared to go in there and risk that undefeated record. As long as you give it your best and put up a good performance, because at the end of the day, it's entertainment and the people love you and they love what you see, they love your craft, then they will always give you another chance to come back. And like I said, I've seen that as well. I lost the first time with Shakuran, and I've seen a lot of people clapping and saying you got to bounce back. And we tried, and we have several losses, and I still got supportive people who were behind me, and I appreciate each and every one of them who come up to me and give me hopes and applause and gives us a pat in the back and say, "Vamos, let's go do it." So I want to be that example as well. And to all the fighters out there, don't be scared. Don't be scared of going in there. I know we hear that a lot, that some fighters are scared to go up against another fighters. I've never met a fighter who's scared to go in the ring, to fighting anybody. We're fighters. That's what we do. We're not scared. A lot of times the promoters are scared. The TV networks are scared. The platforms are scared to facing the best of the best. As a fighter, you just go in there and give it your best. It's okay. The great Julio Cesar Chavez had losses. The great Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Sugar Ray Leonard, Eddie Morales, Barrera, Morales, they all had losses. And not one person could say here that they were cowards or they were bums. So that just shows that who am I to not have any losses if the great champions had losses.
That's true. And we're almost about 5 days out from your fight. What can the fans expect?
The fans can expect. So I always tell my fans each and every time, I will never promise you a knockout. I can't promise you a knockout. I can't promise you a fight of the year. I can't promise you it's going to be a war. But what I can promise you, and I promise you right now, is that I will always give my best. I will always give my 100% and leave everything inside that ring. Because, there's that young me looking at myself inside that ring, who's always criticizing me, I always tell myself I'm my worst critic. So I gotta show it that night. So what can everyone expect? Expect my 100% inside that ring. Like we say in Spanish, vamos a morir en la raya. And that's what we're known to do. So um, yeah, we're ready. I feel we're better than last time. Manny Robles says it. You're only as good as your last fight. We didn't do so good our last fight, but we got to show this fight who we really are, and that's what we're gonna do.
All right, thank you, Oscar. Before we go, can I get a Canelo versus Crawford prediction?
Canelo versus Crawford. I respect both of fighters. Got to put that out there. I'm a big Terence Crawford fan, and I'm a big fan of Canelo. And this is not a biased comment because, as many people know, I'm good friends with Canelo and teammates and whatnot, and compatriotas. Crawford for me is one of the pound for pounds, if not number one. He's an amazing fighter and got nothing but respect for him. But there's a reason why there's weight classes. Canelo is just too big, and Canelo is one of the most disciplined fighters I've ever seen. He fights Saturday, and I bet you anything Monday he's gonna be working out at the gym. I can bet anybody. I'm going with Canelo. Possibly knockout, because Canelo, I've seen him knock out heavyweights in sparrings with 16-ounce gloves. Um, Crawford, yeah, he's very skillful, but I see Canelo winning. But I gotta also put this out there that if anybody can do it, it will be Crawford. It's been done before historically. Leave Roberto Duran. He was a 135 pounder, and he went up to fight the great middleweights, and did well as well. So, if Roberto Duran can do it, I think Crawford could do it as well. But on this time, I'm going with the weight, and I'm going with the odds, and I'm going with my compatriota, my friend Canelo Alvarez.
Oh yeah, and one more thing. You're not ever scared with your alligator?
No.
Does he just like come up to you, like say like when you go home, like does he know you, like come up to you or?
My alligator is I've had him for 15 years already.
Okay.
And he was like this big when I first got him. So he knows me. He knows people when you get close to him, and he opens his mouth like he's gonna bite, but he's not really gonna bite because he's only used to being fed for 15 years. So a lot of people get scared when they see him and he goes after you. So I don't get scared because I know, even though he doesn't show a lot of facial expressions, because he doesn't have facial expressions, I know when he's in a good temper, and I know when he's in a bad temper, and I know when I can go in the pool with him and when I cannot. It's hard to explain, but I've been with him for more than, like I said, 15 years already.
Yeah.
And I know how to read him when he's comfortable, when he's territorial. It's a very hot season. It's best to just leave him alone.
Let him chill.
But there's sometimes where I look at him, okay, I can do it right now. I grab him. There's step 1, step 2, step 3, because you gotta cover his eyes, tie his legs, get him, take him to another spot, because where I have them, they're very territorial animals.
Okay.
So we can't just walk in there and expect to swim with them. So I gotta grab him, tie him up, cover his eyes, put him in my truck, send him to a pool. Once he's out in the pool, he's out of his comfort zone. So then I can go in the water with him.
Okay.
It's not like I'm brave Steve Irwin. I know what I'm doing.
No, because I just seen a picture where he was like on your lap, and he's like, I'm like, wait, you just climb up there?
I've had my father, I've had my trainer, my manager, and my promoter sit down with me and tell me, stop doing it. I don't listen because, hey, life, what is blood and blood? Life's a risk.
No, for real.
Life's a risk. So I love my animals, and I know how to as well. So it's not like I'm just going in there without thinking. I don't want to lose my hands, because even though he knows me, it doesn't mean he won't bite me.
Yeah.
So it's not with fear, but it's with a lot of respect with my alligator, Steve. So just can't wait after this fight. Just come back and go swim with him again. You guys are welcome to come. It's one of the best experiences once she's swimming on top of you. You're under the water.
Yeah, how can that be the best?
It's an experience.
It's like a shark.
It's an experience. It's a beautiful experience. It's 2.7 meters. So he's big.
Cool.
He's big.
All right, well, it was nice talking to you.
Yeah, it was nice.